Welcome back to more Universe Mode on the JPG channel. We are here on Monday Night Raw. We're getting ready for tag team action to start us off here tonight. The Judgment Day looking to come back up after a disheartening loss to the Blackpool Combat Club a few weeks ago that saw the winner of that match head into the main event of last week, which we saw between Moxley, Danielson, and of course the World Tag Team Champions here on Raw, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. And what a match that was. A lot of people are saying that match was possibly the best match that's taken place so far this season. But tonight, the Judgment Day have their work cut out for them if they want to get back on top of that mountain in the tag team division, because the returning DIY are in the building, and they're as undeniable and resilient as it comes. So it's not going to be an easy task for either team involved. Ciampa and Gargano, first time back here on Monday Night Raw since the grueling match that is War Games back at Survivor Series, where they were in a losing effort to the Bloodline alongside the Blackpool Combat Club. So there's definitely a lot of history between those four men. As it looks like Ciampa and Balor are getting ready to start this thing off for their opposing side teams, and Balor comes in with a kick to the leg, but Ciampa lighting him up with strikes. Look at this, oh my goodness gracious, a beautiful German suplex from Ciampa. Count of one that time. Thought he was going to catch Ciampa off guard, but no, Ciampa was able to slip out of that suplex. And now sends Balor into the corner of DIY. Now look at this, Ciampa getting Gargano set up for a beautiful aided crossbody there. And now it's Gargano and Balor, two men that are familiar with each other from NXT. They had a hell of a match at a takeover a number of years ago. Ciampa and Balor are also no strangers to one another, so there's some familiarity here. Gargano has faced off against Damian Priest back in NXT as well. There's definitely some familiarity between these four men. As Gargano lights Balor up with chop after chop after chop. And look at this, springboard TDT just spikes Balor right on the crown of his head. Only a one count that time. Balor still showing a ton of heart. And Gargano fired up here tonight. This crowd is well behind DIY. They have been ever since they arrived on Monday Night Raw, as Gargano comes flying in with a suicide dive. And once again, pandering to the audience. And now look at this, went for a super kick, but Balor was able to catch Gargano. Oh my goodness, shoulder first. Balor sends Gargano's shoulder first into the barricade. The LED barricade. It's not just no normal barricades anymore. We have LED screens all across the barricade, which adds a lot more impact anytime you get thrown into one, that's for sure. And now Balor throwing some wild strikes right at the face of Gargano. I think it's a count of 7 though. Both men are going to want to get back in the ring, and Balor in no rush to break the count. I think he was going for Ciampa, but Gargano was able to get back in enough time. Goes for a drop kick, misses. But Balor's attempt to get back in this match also denied. And oh my goodness gracious, a huge super kick. I just knocked Balor's teeth down his throat. Look at this one. Only a rope break. Rope break at 1. And it's been pretty much all DIY in the early goings of this match. As look at this, Gargano sets Balor up for something into the corner. What is this? Tag team tandem at its finest. Oh my goodness, Enziguri. And a running knee strike from Ciampa. Now bridging Northern Lights. Combination there. Balor able to get out at 2 though. And now Priest begging to get into this match, but if I were DIY, I would keep the pressure on Balor. I mean, you want to win a tag team match, you keep the fresher man out of the match, but Balor gets his way this time as Priest comes flying in with a spear into the midsection of Ciampa. And now look at this Irish whip. No, he turns it back around, and now it's Ciampa. Ciampa fighting from underneath, and now wait a minute, gets a tag to Gargano. Balor's back in the match now. Dropkick misses. And now Ciampa having to take a breather on the outside. Now it allows Judgment Day to get their pound of flesh. As Priest is back in the match. Stomp to the arm. The punishment of the Judgment Day. Damian Priest doing what living up to his name, punishing Gargano in the middle of that ring right now. And now Priest calling Gargano to his feet. Gargano dazed and confused here. Oh my goodness, a huge double axe handle off the top rope. And Gargano just struggling to find a shred of hope right now as Balor quite literally stalks Gargano. Now look at this Irish whip into the corner. Goes Gargano. No, nothing good from here as Balor sent off for that John Woo kick into the corner. Gargano might be out here, but Ciampa was able to break it up. And look at this, getting a cheap shot from Balor. And now Ciampa not allowing that hot tag to happen. Takes out Priest. Balor needed that hot tag too, man. Balor has spent most of the time in this match in the ring. And now Gargano once again back in the fight. This is what I mean when I say DIY has a ton of heart. There's a reason why they held them World Tag Team Championships for so long throughout last season. But oh my goodness, look at this. Priest takes a cheap shot and sends Gargano off the top, crashing down to the surface. And now look at this. Ducks the clothesline and Balor with that Pele kick. Pele kick to Gargano. And now wait a minute, Balor. Bad intentions on the mind. Double foot stomp. Coup de grace to Gargano. Could this be it? Count of 2. No, Gargano's able to get the shoulder up. Ciampa was going to be late on the save, but Gargano was able to get the shoulder up anyway. Oh, and look at this. Went for a second one, I think, but Gargano stepped out the way that time. Now a huge drop kick from Gargano. Another super kick for good measure. And look at this. Here comes Johnny Gargano. Full head of steam. Oh my goodness gracious. Did not get all of it, but got enough of that European uppercut. But Balor was able to make that tag in that short period of time. And look at this. Priest comes charging in with a lariat. Charging with a lariat on Gargano. And now wait a minute. Had Gargano set up for something there, but Gargano's able to slip out. And look at this. Gargano catches Priest. Gargano catches Priest with a DDT. And now Gargano sends Priest back into the corner, trying to get the fresher man in on his side now. And Ciampa. Now look at this. Ciampa sliding in with a knee strike and now getting his revenge on Priest. Is a Sicilian psychopath, but Priest lighting Ciampa up here. Now once again looking to send Ciampa back into the Judgment Day's corner, but Oh, look at that. Cheap shot galore. Cheap shot galore. But Ciampa still fighting somehow. Oh my goodness gracious. A huge clothesline. Sends Priest to the outside, and Ciampa's fired up here. But wait a minute, he grabs a hold of Balor just as Priest goes in. Ciampa and Balor go out. He just spiked Balor right on that apron with the DDT. And now Priest is taking a cheap shot at Gargano. The rules have kind of just been thrown out the window at this point. As look at this, Ciampa lines Priest up. Project Ciampa, those knees to the back. The knees to the back of the Punisher. No, I thought that was going to be it. I really thought that was going to be it, and I think Ciampa did as well, too. As he calls Priest back up to his feet for more punishment. No pun intended, really. Oh, look at this. A huge running knee strike from Ciampa. Now, wait a minute. Another knee strike. Kamigoye style this time from Tommaso Ciampa. Count of two. Priest gets the shoulder out. What a hell of a match this is to start Monday Night Raw, folks. DIY, Judgment Day. Putting it all on the line. Because, I mean, who knows? You impress upper management enough, you might see yourself as the next people to challenge, the next team to challenge Sammy and KO for those World Tag Team Championships. And now presenting Ciampa's face into the corner. And they're in DIY's corner, but right now Priest has full control of Ciampa. Oh, wait a minute. What they got planned here? Big back body drop off the second. Ciampa's in a world of hurt right now. We know that history with his neck. Surgically repaired neck. And Ciampa's in a bad way now. And Balor can smell the blood in the water. As can Priest. Judgment Day are nothing if they're not a pack of wolves, a pack of hyenas mauling through the entire Raw locker room. And now look at this. Balor once again sets up for that Pele kick. Ciampa could be out here. Ciampa could be out here as Priest set him up for something huge. Oh no, but wait, Ciampa slides out. Oh no, he went for a discus lariat, I think, but no more gas left in the tank, but this time he gets it all. This time he gets it all of that discus lariat. 1, 2, no. Still not enough. Still not enough to put away the big man of the Judgment Day, Damian Priest. And now Ciampa lining him up. Oh, but Priest able to block Ciampa's attempt. And now, wait a minute. Oh my goodness, elevated flatliner. I think that just busted Ciampa open. Now Gargano's seen enough. But wait a minute. Priest has something for him too. South of Heaven chokeslam. The South of Heaven chokeslam to Gargano. Ciampa was looking to take a breather on the outside, but Priest not warranting that. And yeah, I think Ciampa's whole forehead split open, and I think that just woke something in the Sicilian psychopath as he comes charging into Priest, but Priest has an answer to that. And both men fighting each other on the outside. Not going to do you any good, but it'll do a lot of damage for sure. Ciampa throws Priest into that barricade. Spine first, and now Ciampa. Oh, look at this. Sends Balor packing. And Ciampa's stalking his man. He's stalking Priest. Look at this. Setting him up for a little bit of a fairy tale ending to Damian Priest. Could this be it? 1, 2. No, Priest still somehow finds a way out. Ciampa can't believe it. Justified tag team wrestling chance, just as we saw last week with KO and Sami Zayn in the Blackpool Combat Club. And as I'm talking, Gargano has locked in the Gargano escape on Damian Priest. And wait a minute. Gargano wants him back to his feet. Gargano wants Priest back to his feet. And no. I think Priest got some kind of a shoulder or a boot up and able to get back into this thing. Is Damian Priest, and Gargano just got dropped right on his neck, and once again Ciampa's there for the save. This match really starting to spill out of control. Look at this. Ciampa grabs a hold of Priest, a DDT. DDT to Priest and almost getting his receipt back from earlier. And now look at this. Gargano went charging in for that springboard spear we've seen Gargano hit time and time again. But look at this. Gargano able to make the hot tag. Able to make the hot tag. And here comes Ciampa. Here comes Ciampa lining him up with a knee strike. And now DIY working like a well-oiled machine. Oh my goodness, a huge shot to the face. Oh no, Gargano meant to hit Balor, but he accidentally hit Ciampa. Balor moved out the way. Could that be it? Count of one? No, only a 1 count. Cannot believe that just happened. The miscommunication between DIY. That is a very rare occurrence. And look at this. Balor drives those knees into the face with a tremendous code breaker. Has knocked Ciampa's lights out, but Balor's spent as well. Like I said, he spent the most time in this match probably of anybody. But look at this. Balor setting Ciampa up for something huge here. But no, Ciampa able to get out of harm's way. And this time, Balor eats a discus lariat. And wait a minute, this time Ciampa is going to take Priest down to the floor with that DDT we saw earlier. And look at this, Gargano on the other side. One final beat to Balor. One final beat to Balor. And now Ciampa setting Balor up into the corner, choking Balor out. Balor went for a cheap shot on Gargano, and I don't think Gargano liked it. But look at this, snap mirror takedown from Balor. This thing just keeps going round and round, back and forth between two tremendous teams to start our show here tonight, folks. And oh no, Balor set Ciampa up for demise. As look at this, Razor's Edge coming in from Damian Priest. But Gargano's there. Gargano's there to break it up. And now Gargano taking care of Balor, but Priest is right there. Priest is right there to stop Gargano. Man, you gotta think that some kind of a rivalry has been brewing between these four men as we see this match. I mean, we see Ciampa and Priest busted wide open, and a second fairy tale ending to Priest. This time Balor's nowhere to be seen. Yes, DIY picks up the win. DIY picks up the win on their return here on Monday Night Raw. And the Judgment Day go back to the drawing board once again, man. Balor and Priest put up a hell of a fight, but DIY at the end of the day proving why they are a premier team here on Monday nights. What a hell of a match we just saw to open our show here tonight, folks. And the action doesn't stop there, because coming up next, we mentioned last week's main event, the BCC taking on KO and Sami Zayn. Well, apparently that issue has only just begun, because Jon Moxley has challenged one half of the World Tag Team Champions, Kevin Owens, to a singles match here tonight. Every time we saw these two men in the ring last week, it was combustible to say the least. Both men, scrappy brawlers. Don't exactly adhere to the wrestling code. They just like to fight. And a fight we will see here tonight between Mox and Kevin Owens. Here comes Moxley down to the ring. I mean, he takes the Raptors. I wonder where Danielson's at. I mean, really, with that performance from the Blackpool Combat Club the other day, or last week, I should say, gotta believe that they kind of feel like maybe they want to run it back. Maybe they want to continue this rivalry with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn and prove that they are the better team and the better superstars in singular division as well. Because as I mentioned last week, these are 4 of the top pro wrestlers in the world today. There's Danielson. He must have been waiting for Mox. Maybe Mox didn't give him the heads up that he was coming through the crowd tonight. But I mean, when does Moxley come? Through the from the back onto the stage. We never see that really. Mox is always involving himself with the audience. As here come the World Tag Team Champions down to the ring this time. Sami Zayn gets to sit on the sidelines as Kevin Owens, his best friend in the world, and his tag team partner, and his other half of the tag team champions with him. And Kevin Owens gets ready for a fight of his life against the Lunatic Fringe, Jon Moxley. Completely unhinged. Is Moxley, but hey, I mean, Kevin Owens can take it there too, if you ask me. So this is going to be one hell of a fight between 2 incredibly tough individuals. Yes, Moxley and KO. Look at this, comes flying in at Mox. Went for a big boot, but Moxley got out the way. I'm not going to see any meeting in the middle, any collar and elbow tie-ups to start this one. Oh, this is going to be a scrap as Moxley looks to beat down Kevin Owens. Oh my goodness gracious. Raining down shots to the face, and once again, one of those is definitely going to bust Kevin Owens up, man, if Moxley continues. And Danielson already loving what he sees. Danielson can get grimy, down and dirty when he wants to as well. Look at this. Oh my goodness, Moxley comes in with a brain buster. This might be over before it even starts. Brain buster to Kevin Owens. Is that it? No. Only a count of 2. Moxley coming in as the aggressor. Almost any match you see Moxley in, he will come in as the aggressor. But a man like Kevin Owens, I mean, he can take that aggression. He can dish out the aggression too, as here comes Kevin Owens sending Moxley into the corner. Look at this, not giving him any time to think about what Owens' next move was. Sends in a huge lariat in the corner. And now Moxley trying to get out of harm's way here. But, oh, look at this, overshot it. Owens was going for something huge there, but Moxley was able to kind of just get underneath him. Incredible body positioning from Moxley. Once again, raining down strikes to the face. Man, this is not pretty. Not pretty at all. We saw last match, Ciampa and Priest got cut up in the tag match, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see more blood right now, right here and right now. They don't call them the Blackpool Combat Club for nothing. As look at this. Double arm suplex. And Moxley is just unrelentless here tonight. Like I said, there's got to be a chip on the Blackpool Combat Club's shoulder after that performance last week. They got to believe that if they were to get another shot against Zayn and Owens, that's all they would need to bring those World Tag Team Championships back to the Blackpool Combat Club dojo. Kevin Owens turning Moxley inside out with that alley-oop powerbomb. Look at this. Owens off the top rope. Oh, my goodness. A huge tope on Hilo from an even bigger man in Kevin Owens. I don't want to say huge. I mean, I'm not going to discredit him. He's incredibly athletic, deceptively athletic for his size. Oh, my goodness. Moxley just sent a sharp elbow right into the face of Kevin Owens. But Kevin Owens reverses Moxley's attempt on the outside and spikes him with a DDT. Yeah, that elbow struck, can't even talk, struck Kevin Owens right on below the eye, or above the eye, I should say. And now Moxley lighting Owens up in the corner. Looking to hang Owens out to dry. And now, like a shark smelling blood, Moxley's gonna target that cut and try and open it up even more as Owens is in a bad way here as Moxley is running on a full head of steam. And now what does Jon Moxley have planned here? What the hell is this going to be? You gotta be kidding me. Gotch pile driver to Owens. Man, this is over. There's no way in hell Owens kicks out. He might be unresponsive at this point. Moxley to cover Owens. Count of 2. No, somehow Owens gets that shoulder up at the last second. Almost the very last second. And Zayn is still trying to wheel his best friend on, but you gotta believe it's uncomfortable for Zayn to see this. Oh my goodness gracious. I think that elbow just landed on the back of the neck. The back of the neck of Owens, and Owens somehow still fighting out of all this punishment that Moxley has ensued on Owens himself, and that cut's getting worse and worse. Didn't think it would be a bloody night here tonight on Monday Night Raw, but I mean, hey, that's the risk you run anytime you get in the ring. And now look at this, Owens drops Moxley right on his neck, with that package brainbuster, package neck breaker, whatever you want to call it. What I want to call Kevin Owens is crazy as he hits the top rope with a swanton bomb. KO with a swanton bomb. Moxley could be out here. Count of 2. Moxley gets the shoulder out. Shoulder out at 2. And once again, Owens finding Moxley on the floor. And once again, Owens wants him back up to his feet. He's going to go for another tope con hilo. He hits Mox again. He hits Mox again with a tope con hilo. And now it's Owens being the aggressor. It's Owens being the aggressor, but Moxley hit him with a sharp knee right to the face. But wait a minute, Moxley comes flying in with a suicide dive of his own. And Moxley's loving every second of this. You gotta believe it. Oh my goodness, a huge running knee strike. Huge running knee strike to Kevin Owens. And now he's got Owens up. What the hell has he got planned here? Just sending him out with a snake eyes, and Moxley getting in the face of Sami Zayn. Getting in the face of Sami Zayn. No respect here from the Blackpool Combat Club towards the tag team champions. Whatever respect that these 4 men had for each other went out the window last week. And now Moxley wants Owens up to his feet. Look at this. Comes flying in with that elbow. Could that be it? Count of 1, 2. Oh, only a 2 count. Only a 2 count. Owens is still in the fight, but Moxley is stalking his prey and lighting Owens up with everything he's got. Let's look at this. Kevin Owens went for something crazy there, but Moxley is able to escape. Oh my goodness, a huge rolling elbow. Huge rolling elbow just spiked Moxley, or I should say just spiked Owens, but Owens comes back with a lariat. Lariat sends Moxley packing. And now look at this pop-up powerbomb. The pop-up powerbomb lands out of nowhere. Pop-up powerbomb out of nowhere. Moxley, no, gets the shoulder out. But wait a minute. Moxley turns Owens around. No, wait a minute. Elevated. Oh, no, the elevated prism trap. The elevated Death Rider from Moxley. No, how the hell did Owens kick out? Now it's Owens kicking out. Death Rider, paradigm shift, whatever you want to call it. I was going to say prism trap. I'm thinking of Rhea Ripley. But wait a minute. Once again, Moxley sending Owens, but no. Owens gets out of harm's way, and Mox took a nasty spill right there. A nasty spill right there, and Moxley might be out here. Might be a little woozy, but oh my, if he wasn't before, he definitely is now. A huge big boot, and now here comes Owens back into the match. Owens fighting from underneath. You know, he's a big guy, but he can play that underdog story very well. Look at this, the stunner lands. Stunner lands on Mox. The stunner lands on Mox, and could that be it? Count of 2 to send Moxley away. No, somehow Mox kicks out. Moxley is on Dream Street for sure, ladies and gentlemen. But wait a minute. Moxley counters a neck breaker with a neck breaker of his own. Moxley spent. Owens is a bloodbath. This is getting absolutely uncomfortable to watch, folks. But wait a minute, no. Moxley once again with a pile driver. A second pile driver, but Owens back on his feet somehow, the crazy SOB. Moxley chases Owens to the outside. It might be exactly what Owens wanted. But wait a minute, Moxley driving those elbows right to the jawline of Kevin Owens. And now striking him, just striking him. Bare knuckle strikes from Moxley. Lighting Owens up. And now once again that rolling elbow lands on Mox. And now sending Owens back into the ring is Moxley. And Moxley signaling the end here. Look at this. Once again, this time a regular paradigm shift lands on Owens. And all that damage to the jawline and to the orbital bone puts Owens away for Moxley. And the Blackpool Combat Club get a little bit of bragging rights here tonight after their loss last week to these two gentlemen. And man, if you ask me, I would love to see a rematch between those four. Sign me up. Let's look at this. Danielson celebrating with his tag team partner Jon Moxley after a huge win over one half of the world tag team champions Kevin Owens. And Owens, man, he's gonna have to get some medical attention to that eye real quick. Moxley split him up really bad. Gotta believe that was a message sent on behalf of the Blackpool Combat Club. And as physical and as aggressive as tonight's already been, it's just going to get that more aggressive because we have a rivalry that's been brewing for a number of weeks. A number of weeks between Orton and Drew McIntyre for our main event here tonight, folks. The world champion, WWE champion Randy Orton is in the building. And he is taking on the Scottish psychopath, Drew McIntyre. This is McIntyre's second match back since returning and being drafted to Monday Night Raw. Let's look at this. McIntyre. No, wait a minute. McIntyre was going in for it, but Orton's not even in wrestling gear. Oh my goodness gracious! He just sent McIntyre into the steel steps. McIntyre just got driven right into those steel steps, and now Orton's choking McIntyre. What the hell is this? Supposed to be a singles match between these two, but Randy Orton. Oh wait, no, McIntyre fighting underneath now, fighting back on Orton, and man, McIntyre is absolutely furious here. Absolutely furious is McIntyre, considering the fact that Orton thought he could cheap shot him. But look at this, McIntyre counters whatever the hell Orton was planning. Oh no, what the hell, oh my goodness gracious, a powerbomb on the apron to Orton. This is going to have to be called, folks. This is going to have to be called. There's no way in hell these two are even going to be able to compete in a match after this beatdown from both men. McIntyre beating up Orton. Orton initiated the assault, and now he doesn't even look like he was the aggressor anymore. McIntyre lighting the champ up. This rivalry has really heated up lately on Monday Night Raw, folks. Let's look at this. McIntyre. Oh my goodness. Just sent Orton down on his stomach. And now McIntyre just goading Orton into the crowd. This is insane, folks. This is insane. McIntyre throws Orton across. And now throwing some haymakers to Orton is McIntyre. Both men beating the crap out of one another. There's no way in hell we're seeing a match between these two tonight. This is just getting way too personal. Way too personal. And look at this. Orton. Huge uppercut to McIntyre. And a second uppercut. McIntyre is stunned on his knees. And once again. But McIntyre fighting once again as well. And this time he hits Orton with a few uppercuts. Huge punch to the face. And now McIntyre once again goading Orton over to that crowd, and Orton's going to oblige. Usually Orton's more of a cowardless act, especially nowadays. Lord knows we'll never forget what he did to Cody Rhodes, cashing in on him a week before their actual match, just to guarantee that he would walk into that match as champion. But look at this, McIntyre's got Orton. McIntyre's got Orton into a belly-to-belly suplex. And this match this isn't even a match. This is spilling out. This is spilling out across the crowd. This is spilling out across the crowd. But Orton, the agenda was clear for Randy Orton. As no, he's got a steel chair now. He's got a steel chair for McIntyre. What the hell is this? Orton, oh no, he slams the chair right on McIntyre's arm. Slamming that chair right on McIntyre's arm. One of McIntyre's many attributes is his strength, and how you're going to have strength with one arm. Orton sending a clear message to perhaps his next challenger for the WWE Championship, Drew McIntyre. This match has already been called off, folks. Orton didn't even come out here dressed to fight. That's how pre-planned this was for the Viper. Sending a clear message to McIntyre. But ladies and gentlemen, for a very aggressive episode of Monday Night Raw, I'll have to thank you guys for tuning in right now. And as always, I will see you on the next one.